Hello, and welcome back to Fork University. On today's show, we're going to make a light, heart-healthy pasta dish that I originally came across in a magazine and have since adopted as one of my own signature dishes, which is a great lesson. If you have a favorite dish that you order out or have made for you, never be afraid to find out the ingredients and experiment with it to make it your own. The ingredients for today's meal are 1 pound of pasta, whole wheat, fettuccine shaped. We have a 28-ounce can of peeled tomatoes. We have 1 medium onion, 4 to 6 links of turkey sausage, hot or sweet, seasoning of your choice, banana pepper rings, 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and 1 can of beef or vegetable broth. This meal is easily thrown together and tastes great. Let's get started. Going into the pan first will be the onions, chopped large or small, that's your call. I like to leave mine large enough to get a nice bite out once the meal is done. You're going to want to get the ends cut off of your onion. And then you're going to want to put a couple of slices into the exterior, and that's going to help you remove the skin. Keeping a trash can nearby also keeps the cleanup nice and simple. Alright, let's get chopping. Usually I start off by cutting into halves. You're going to want to get that half cut into quarters. Keeping it together keeps it quick. Now don't worry if it doesn't all break down right now. You can take care of that in the pan with your spatula. Alright, let's get these off to the side and we'll tackle the sausage. Alright, now what you're going to want to do with the sausage is you're going to take a sharp knife, you're going to slice open and remove the casing. Once the casings are cut open, we're going to want to get the insides out, and we'll chop this up in the pan as it browns. Onto the tomatoes. We're going to want to get the can open and simply just pluck them out into a dish, and that way you're going to be able to get them quartered into strips. We're going to take a sharp knife and we're going to get these quartered. If quartered is a little too large, we'll just come back and make another pass. Once our tomatoes are quartered into strips, we're going to reincorporate them to the juice, as that is going to make the base for our sauce for the meal.
Now we bring you Polly's Tip of the Day.
Yes, that's right. It's Polly's Tip of the Day. While getting items ready to go into the pan, it's best to get them prepped and staged in the order that you'll be using them. As you get more confident in your cooking, you'll be able to get the first few items going while getting the rest prepped. And that's
Polly's Tip of the Day.
Here we are at the stove. We're going to get our pan nice and hot. We're going to take our 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil right into the pan. Once our pan and oil is nice and hot, we're going to go to our onions, coarsely chopped. Again, it's a personal preference as to how large you like your onions. Some of these guys are going to be still together from your chopping. You can simply break them down as they brown. I'll use that for the meat. You're going to know that the onions are good to go once they start slightly browning around the edges and turning translucent. We're going to go over to the meat. Let's grab the sausage. Alright, these onions look ready to go. Let's grab the sausage. As mentioned earlier, you're going to want anywhere from 4 to 6 links of sausage. I prefer turkey. You're going to want to get the casings removed. Let's get this browned up. Smells good. Smells so stupid. We're going to get this meat broken down as it browns. I don't know about you, but I like my meat brown. The meat's nearly brown. We're going to go over to the banana peppers to spice up the dish a little bit. Now that our onions are sauteed and our meat's brown, the meal is coming together nicely. We're going to go over to the tomato and get it going. Oh, looks like it's tomato time. T-shirt time.
T-shirt time.
As we mentioned earlier, it's very important to keep hold of that tomato juice, as it's going to make the base for our sauce. We're going to add our broth. I decided this time to go with the beef broth. However, feel free to experiment with the vegetable or chicken broth. We're going to get this to a nice simmer, and we're going to turn our attention to the pasta. Our medium sauce pot is about halfway full. The water is salted and has come to a boil. Let's grab our pasta. I've chosen a wheat pasta, which tends to be a little more healthier than your average white pasta. Now that we have our pasta into the water, let's give it a nice stir. Alright, let's take a look at our meal, see how that's coming along. It's a little bit higher than a steady simmer, so we're going to bring that down a little bit. And give it a nice stir as well. We're going to want to make sure that we continue to stir our sauce so that it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom. And as soon as that pasta is nice and al dente, we'll be ready to go. The reason that I call this dish heart healthy is my choice of turkey over beef sausage, plain old regular tomatoes, and wheat pasta. You're going to have to experiment with the types of pasta and the brands out there to find the ones that you like the best. The one that I like to use has all of these great benefits. 40% more protein than regular pasta, 7 grams of dietary fiber, 28% of your recommended daily amount, and omega-3s from flaxseed. One of the myths of pasta, and to see if it's ready, is that you take a strand and you fling it against the wall. If it sticks, you're good to go. Alright, we're going to take a look. Really. Here at our show, we don't like messing up our walls, so we'll simply just taste it.
It's like what? Yeah.
Once your pasta is nice and al dente, simply turn off the heat, grab your tongs, and we're just going to transfer it on over to this pot. How easy was that? We didn't even need a strainer. You're going to take your tongs and your spatula, and you're just going to toss this on up. We'll get it plated up, and then you'll be good to go, my friends. Once you're all nice and mixed up, you're going to want to turn it from the heat. We'll get a nice serving dish. Thanks, helper. And we'll just scoop it on in. Most people will prefer a Parmesan Romano cheese. I like to take a nice goat cheese, sprinkle that on the top. Your guests will love it.
Polly, nice job, man. I am starving. Once again, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Fork University. You can find all of our recipes and more information on our website at forku.tv. I'm starving. I gotta go. See you guys later.
Thanks for watching Fork U. For recipe information, check out our website at forku.tv. That's FOURK, the letter U.TV. Stay tuned for more shows coming soon. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and be our friend on Facebook. Until next time, Fork You!